In finding conscripts, Leopold was doing little more than impressing people unwillingly into the service of the Southern cause. One incident of impressment that went wrong involved the shooting and killing of Theodore Mort Cookus. Leopold's Rangers were operating in the vicinity of Dam No. 4 on the Potomac River, where Mort Cookus and family were trying to cross the river to Maryland. Mort had crossed the river in advance of his family when Leopold's Rangers showed up on the Virginia side. Theodore Mort went back to assist in getting his family across the river and away from the raiders. In the ensuing altercation, Leopold called Cookus a damned Yankee and started shooting at him. Mort was hit in the side and started swimming across the river. Leopold and other of his Rangers continued to shoot at Cookus until he slipped below the water. What is clear is that Leopold was involved in the shooting of Theodore Mort Cookus. Normally, a deserter would be brought back to the officer who ordered the apprehension. At that point, a soldier would face a court-martial. An execution could be the punishment of military justice, but that was for the commanding officer to determine at a trial. By calling Mort a damned Yankee, Leopold was showing personal bias, if not outright hatefulness towards Cookus. There is no evidence that Cookus had joined the Northern Army. He may have been a deserter, or may have been like the hundreds of thousands of other troops from both sides, simply trying to get away from the war. Leopold was letting his personal opinions override his military duties. On March 6, 1862, Leopold was in Shepherdstown on one of his mail routes. Earlier, he had heard that Jacob Hudson was talking about him in the town. Leopold went to the house where Hudson resided and asked for Hudson. Jacob, seeing who it was, got scared and ran out the back door of the house. Leopold then took aim and shot Hudson. Later, Leopold confirmed that he had shot Jacob Hudson to another resident of the town. 10 days later, after stealing 6 horses in a wagon, Leopold attempts to cross the river at Bridgeport, where a privately owned ferry is located. 3 people were in the ferry house when Leopold arrived. One was Charles Ensler. The 3 men remained quiet because they knew it was Leopold and were fearful. Leopold proceeded to tear the shutters off the building. At that point, Charles Ensler made an attempt to run away. Leopold was quoted as saying, "By God, I am Captain Leopold. I have been looking for you for a long time," as he shot Ensler. With the Northern Shenandoah Valley being contested, the rule of law changed frequently. The law depended upon where and when the troops of one of the combatants occupied the territory. This made everyday life a constant assessment of risk. What to say and who to say it to had to be carefully considered. Information disclosed could come back and be deadly. This is part 2 of a 3-part story. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure you know when the rest of the story and all of our new content is released. We hope you find your guiding star.